Our final act, ladies and gentlemen, give it up big time for Richard Osborn!
That's enough. Pipe down. I've only got 5 minutes and lots of material to get through this evening. So hello, for those who don't know me, my name is Richard Osborn and I'm a lawyer. Come on, this is supposed to be interactive. I was expecting a far more hostile reception than that. Let's try that again. My name is Richard Osborn and I'm a lawyer. That's far more like it. Actually, it's a shame I've only got 5 minutes this evening. But for billing purposes, let's call it an hour. So, I may be a lawyer, but I wasn't planning on doing any lawyer jokes this evening, actually. Well, other than that last one, and actually other than this one. What did one lawyer say to the other lawyer? We are both lawyers. Now, for the uneducated amongst you, which is actually most of you, it's all of you, apart from Professor Kevin Shurer, that is called an anti-joke, which gives you a general idea of my sense of humour, or lack of sense of humour, as the case may be. So an anti-joke is an indirect form of humour, where the lack of punchline is the punchline itself. So a horse walks into a bar. Several people get up and leave as they recognise the potential danger in the situation. But as I was saying, Professor Kevin Shurer will have known all of that, of course. After all, he found the bones of Richard III under the car park on the very first morning of looking for him. And he thought that was impressive. That's nothing. Only last month, I spent 2 whole weeks looking for a pair of old socks down the side of my bed, but I didn't go and open a bloody museum when I found them. Actually, of course, we had to prove that the socks were mine. So we had to go through some extensive testing, DNA testing, in fact, detection by nose analysis. There was a bloke from Canada popped up. He claimed he'd got a matching weave, and we eventually proved that they were mine. And we thought we'd have to give them a proper send-off. So we paraded them around the village on foot, of course. Channel 4 were very tempted by the TV rights, but they got cold feet. So we thought we'd do the only fit thing and have to find the fairest place to bury them. So we buried them in York. After all, we felt sorry for them missing out on the bones, and my old socks were the next best thing. So you'll gather, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a fairly grumpy lawyer. I think I'm getting grumpier with age, actually. I think it happens to all of us, ladies and gentlemen, and there's lots of things that are making me grumpy. Like mixing music and comedy. Musical comedy. One or the other, yes, but please not both at the same time. Now, some of you may know that last time I was up on a stage like this was a few years ago at the O2 at the university, where I was pretending to be Tony Hadley singing Gold. Now, that may have been unintentionally hilarious, but deliberately mixing the two, I just can't abide. Although music can be funny when it's used in the wrong situation. Like the couple who were getting married, and their first wedding dance was U2. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Yeah. Or the wife who was giving birth to her daughter by caesarean section, to the glorious sounds of "The First Cut is the Deepest." All true, all true. So, what else makes me grumpy? Being an Aston Villa fan. Nothing to be happy about there. Only last week, I was trying to change my computer password to Aston Villa Defence, but the computer said it was too weak. So, it's a bloody good job I'm also a Leicester City fan. Actually, big game tonight. Does anyone know how they're getting on? Because I'm also a massive Copenhagen fan. No, that would just be silly. That would just be silly. No, I mean, some people think that it's the football equivalent of adultery, but I just really don't see the problem. After all, it's still less football teams than Gary Lineker's had, and in fact, less women, allegedly. If you're watching Gary, I know a good lawyer. So, what else makes me grumpy? My Scottish mate Douglas. He's got a really strange problem that whenever he's playing on his Nintendo, it's only a really small problem, but whenever he's playing on his Nintendo, he just can't help wetting himself. So he called me last week and said, "Hey Richard," Scottish, "Hey Richard, I've got this wee problem." Oh dear. Right. God. I've got a bit of time to kill. How am I going to fill the rest of my 5 minutes? Oh, I can't do musical comedy after all I've bloody said about musical comedy. And after all, I haven't even got my guitar here, so I just can't. I can't do. Oh shit. Thank you for bugger all. I thought I was going to enjoy this, but this Leicester crowd is just so shit. Maybe I'm getting old, but so is Claudio Ranieri, leading the great blue army. But hang on, I'm a Villa fan. I'm a Villa fan. There's nothing left to make. Oh. I've got to leave. Oh, let's try again. I've got to. Let's start this again. Let's start this again. Thank you for bugger all. I thought I was going to enjoy this. This Leicester crowd is just so shit. Maybe I'm getting old, but so is Claudio Ranieri, leading the great blue army. But hang on, I'm a Villa fan. I'm a Villa fan. I've got to leave this room before I hit the wall. I've got no material left at all. Oh, when you're old, grumpy and wrinkly and bald, that's when your memory goes la 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 la. Always complaining when you're old, always in need of a slash. It's either a bag or a dash to go to the toilet. Always relieving. Dun 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 dun. So the 5 minutes has gone. It went by so quickly. It flew. It probably seemed longer to you. It's up to the judges now. I'm sure Jared Christmas will agree and make it 5 yeses for me, or they're open to bribery. Yes, that's bribery. I'll give them lots of whiskey and some smokes, as long as they don't think that's all my jokes. are too old, tired and corny and naff. I don't want to die on my ass. I'm very sensitive to being criticised because I'm old. So much so I should be told. Every 5 seconds or so, I know what you're thinking. When is he leaving? Now. Thank you.